Mr. Westerman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Despite efforts to try to minimize the significance of this spill, the facts can't be ignored that 3 million gallons of acidic, heavy metal-laden water were released into the Animas River, not because of an accident, but because of mistakes made by the EPA. Mistakes caused by neglect, because of a culture of arrogance where the EPA assumes they can operate outside the rules and regulations that others adhere to. And quite simply, the EPA did not have those in responsible charge with the education, professional experience, licensure, and continuing education required to do this job properly, to safeguard life, health, and property, and to promote general welfare. Administrator McCarthy, we can't put this water back in the hole, but I hope we can hold everyone accountable who negligently let it out. Along with that, I hope you will make procedural changes, taking competence out of the equation and prevent future spills. Under current procedures and practices, I have concern in your ability to safeguard the public's interest. Administrator McCarthy, do you believe that the activities conducted at the Gold King site would require engineering design work?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know whether I'm qualified to answer that question, but I'll certainly respond if you'd like me to.
Maybe I can help you out. Colorado defines the practice of engineering as the performance for others of any professional service or creative work requiring engineering education, training, and experience in the application of special knowledge in the mathematical and engineering sciences to such professional services or creative work, including consultation, investigation, evaluation, planning, design, and the observation of construction to evaluate compliance with plans and specifications in connection with the utilization of the forces, energies, and materials of nature and the development, production, and functioning of engineering processes, apparatus, machines, equipment, facilities, structures, buildings, works, or utilities, or any combination or aggregations thereof employed in or devoted to public or private enterprises or uses. Again, I'll ask you, do you agree activities conducted at the Gold King site would require engineering design work?
I think that I am well aware that there was a work plan that involved a significant amount of engineering expertise. What you asked was the exact actions at the site. I'm not prepared to answer that portion of the question.
You're saying you don't have the expertise to determine whether professional services were required there. But you did say in your earlier testimony that the on-site coordinator had significant mine engineering experience. And you did say that
that was my understanding.
That engineering expertise went into preparing this work plan.
Yes, that's correct.
Colorado law also further goes on to say that engineering, it requires that only a professional engineer may practice engineering, and that all engineering documents, plats, and reports issued in connection with engineering work performed must bear the seal and signature of the Colorado licensed professional engineer who is in responsible charge of and directly responsible for the engineering work. Did a professional engineer design or stamp drawings or the plan for the work being conducted at the Gold King site which resulted in the blowout?
I'm happy to follow up on that. I can't answer that question.
I would think that if an engineer did that, if you contracted those services or if you had someone on staff to do that, that you would have those documents with you and say, we followed the procedures that were outlined by a competent professional in charge of this. So far, all I've heard is that you had a project coordinator overseeing work at this site. Who is this person?
I don't have his individual name, sir.
Do you know what their credentials are?
I don't have his bio in front of me, sir, but I do know that the work plan itself wasn't developed at the site. It was developed with the state of Colorado after significant public input from the Animas River State.
Public input and professional expertise are not the same thing. This is a serious matter that you should have had a professional design person in charge of to stamp these plans or drawings or whatever it was that you had.
I am suggesting I can't answer your question at this point, but I'm happy to.
In looking at data, you have 15,326 employees in the EPA as of March 2015. In Region 8, you have 642. Across the country, you only have 12 civil engineers on staff. You have 2 geologists and 1 civil engineer working in Region 8.
Wow.
I think this is unacceptable, and I think you're at fault for not having the required design professional in charge of this work.
See what happens when we have an engineer on the panel.